penalties and lineouts don't have to take forever. Yeah, they usually take a minute setting up and everything like that, but there are teams that rush it. Now, sometimes the ref will put a stop to a rushing of a penalty. What I mean is, the team will drop it, kick it right back into their hand real quick, right? Because it has to be kicked to start, for the penalty. So they'll do that, they'll catch it, they'll run it. And the other team will be all spread out and, they'll give it a real good shot. There's that with lineouts as well. It doesn't have to take forever. Now, the penalties are generally great advantages besides lineouts for the team that, didn't commit the penalty. The one that's getting the advantage. Now, it's not penalty advantage. Penalty advantage is a different thing. Penalty advantage is basically, what's the best way to put it? If you come from another sport like hockey or something like that, think of it as delayed penalty, right? They aren't going to stop play for the penalty, but if the other team touches the ball, penalties advantage is over, penalties in effect, right? Or it could go long enough to where the ref calls advantage over. So, no penalty off it, back to normal play. So, that's the reason that you'll hear people saying advantage and all that. If you wonder what that meant, that's what that means. So, even if a player were to get tackled, as long as the other team doesn't touch the ball, play keeps going. That's why tackles don't end advantage. Okay? Because that's one of the main things you have against advantage is that tackle. If not the only thing. I'm sure some people believe it's the only thing, but it's one of. Right? It's limited options right then. Maybe you can drive back. Maybe you can have to throw the ball back some. But yeah. Honestly, though, alright, here's another thing. Penalty kicks, okay? Now, a lot of teams will go to kick it into touch. Touch meaning just out of field of play, right? Either to the left, to the right, and not to the end zone areas, right? Just left or right, get it out for alignment. Yeah, that's fine, but that's not the only option you have. You can also kick for a goal. You can. Completely legal to do so. They don't do it most of the time. So, just know that what you see normally isn't the only thing that happens. It's just what's in vogue at the time. And teams that know the rules and kind of go through the old stuff seem to kind of stand out sometimes. And this is men and women, right? Stand out a bit more than what you normally think they might, and actually win more games, and in a more exciting fashion too, than what you might think normally.